Hello and welcome to Megatrip, the travel channel that inspires you to adventure. Now, normally at this stage I say, here's what's coming up on this episode of Megatrip. We're not going to be doing that today. I'll explain why in a minute. But anyway, today we are in Kerala in southwest India, and we have come here to do the thing that we really came here for, and that is to cruise on the traditional Keralan boats, which are just like this here. More to come on that in a second. Now, the reason why I'm not going to do that, my usual kind of teaser of what's going to happen on this episode, to be really honest, I'm pretty sure that sitting on a boat, cruising down a river, doesn't make great content. So it's going to be quite a short video, quite a short episode. So let's see what happens. Anyway, just remember, before we get into what the boats are like, do, if you like the video, like it, comment, and of course, subscribe. So like, comment, subscribe. Cue the music. Alright, so let's check out the boat that we're on for the next day here in Kerala, the famous waterways. So it's a traditional Keralan boat. Let's have a little look. Starting at the front. That's where the captain will sit, drive us about on our journey. You see the waterways here we'll be heading down on. I'll tell you a bit more about that later. But it's a pretty decent size, just two of us on this, one room each. But it's not like a little narrow boat that you might see perhaps in Europe. It's a big, wide-beamed, traditional boat. Have a little look down the side of it here. I'll get some better shots, perhaps of other people's boats as we go around. But anyway, this is our living room. Decent size, as you can tell. Some nice wooden chairs, some paperwork, TV, all the mod cons. And that then leads down onto this central corridor here, and these are the rooms. Not too messy yet, just getting settled in. Double bed, ceiling fan, decent little bathroom, shower. And it's the same for both of us on here. So like I said, two rooms in the boat, two bedrooms for the guests. Little hallway, some welcome fruit, wash station. Let's go have a quick look down at the kitchen at the other end. Hello, gents. Hello. That's it. Photo. This is our kitchen. Thank you. So we'll get our meals on the boat, we'll get everything we need. And I've already seen an eagle flying around outside. So, should be an exciting little trip. Right, so like I said, all the meals here are included on the boat. So we're starting with a nice teeny tiny little curry lunch. Okay, so time to tuck in to our rather delicious looking meal. Got a little bit of everything on my plate. Let's start with the curry, or one of the curries. So multiple curries, multiple sides, a little bit of rice. Coconutty sour, absolutely delicious. Never done anything like that before. Some little salads next to it. Total mix of local vegetables, lots of vegetarian food, as you would expect here in southern India. Can't falter it. But anyway, one thing I did want to try was this. The fish, the local fried fish. One assumes from the lake or from the river that we're on. So I'm just going to give that a little go, and I'm going to turn my camera off and try and enjoy my meal. Struggling to get a bit of this out, but here we go. Alright. So this is fish coated in what looks like curry paste or something like that. Absolutely banging. Very flavourful. Definitely a river fish, not a sea fish. So obviously that's not for everyone. I would say as well, we've been on here, we've been on for about an hour and a half. This is all cooked fresh. You can hear the guys in the kitchen, in the galley at the back, pulling it together. So I'm going to go and enjoy this amazing meal. I haven't eaten yet today. But anyway, get yourself down to Kerala, get on a boat, get yourself a private chef. Easy, right? First world. Well, dear Megatripper, just had one hell of an experience. So Lindsay and I, we finished the boat tour today. We're staying on the boat tonight, or the boat trip, and we moored up and we agreed that we'd go to an Ayurvedic massage. It's not something that any of us have done before, and let me tell you, it was an experience. It was great. I loved it. But there were some bad things, there were some challenging things, and there were some amazing things. So I thought, now I'm waiting for dinner back at the boat, I would break down the experience for you if you've never had an Ayurvedic massage in India. So let's start with the bad. Bad, first thing, look, it happens sometimes. We got there, we got a bit of a tourist tax, I'm not going to lie. It was about an additional 700 Indian rupee. Not loads of money in the grand scheme of things, but it doesn't feel very nice. And if I'm really honest, we probably shouldn't have paid it, but they kind of had us. We would be driven there, we didn't really have an option, and we were in for the experience anyway. That, I have to say, it's the first time that's happened since we've been here about 4 days. I've seen much, much worse in other countries, and hey, sometimes it's just the price you pay, and look, we can afford it. We're very, very lucky to be able to, so we paid it. So that's the bad. The challenging. Now, if you, like me, are perhaps used to massages in some slightly fancy places, maybe back in the West, massage studios, etc., or perhaps somewhere like Thailand or Vietnam, where maybe you're getting a massage in your hotel, and they do things like, you know, take your dignity seriously. You're in a very clean environment. It's plinky plonky music. Well, it was not that, let me tell you. I can only assume the start of this is kind of what it's like to be inducted into Guantanamo Bay. So as a bloke, I walked in. I had a gentleman masseur. No problem with that whatsoever. Walk in, he hands me the pants. So it is a full pant job, and tells me to sit down. And as I undress and I put the pants on and I sit down on this chair facing away from the door, I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And I'm not going to lie, it felt a bit like someone was due to walk in with a battery and some jump leads and start the torture process. It wasn't the cleanest of places. There were no windows, dark room, flickering neon light from the ceiling, and that ceiling fan off centre above. So there was a little bit of a moment there. So that was the first challenging element. But don't worry, I got over myself really, really quickly. The guy was really good, came in. Now the next thing to note, again, if you're used to those more kind of Southeast Asian style massages, this is a full body massage, and it is an oil massage, so super, super oily. I have oil in bits of me that I didn't even know I had, to be honest. So you start lying on your back, working up and down the full body, and I promise you, leave your dignity at the door, get over it, it's worth it. But if that is really going to be a challenge for you, that is something to look out for. You are touched everywhere, moved everywhere, and fully oiled up. In fact, I've still got oil in my eyes now. So that's the challenging, the good, the amazing. It was one hell of an experience. I have never experienced anything like it. Fantastic massage for a very, very reasonable price that I'll pop up on the screen here without the additional tourist tax. It was invigorating. It was full of effort from the gent doing it. Loads and loads of fun. I know Lindsay enjoyed hers as well. It was a real experience. It was a little bit challenging perhaps to our Western, more demure perhaps sensibilities, or certainly more uptight sensibilities when it comes to this kind of thing. But absolutely amazing experience. Massively recommended. If you're up for it, go do it. Just don't expect it to be like a Western massage place, or perhaps a more high-end 5-star hotel in somewhere like Thailand or Vietnam. And don't forget, here we're out in the backwaters. We're out in the middle of nowhere in Kerala, many hours from an international airport. So anyway, that was the experience. We're going to chill out for a minute, and then we're going to have a little bit of dinner here on our night on the boat on the river in Kerala in southwest India. Okay, so final dinner here on the boat, and I'll just give you a very quick tour. We're very hungry, so we'll dig in a second, just to show you what you get. Lovely chicken curry here. Obviously non-veg is something that isn't everywhere out here. Some fried rice, looks absolutely delicious, and most importantly, he says being unable to open it. There we go, the arms of Linds will help. Chapatis, the local bread. Very excited about that. So that's it for our last supper. I'm sure we'll have breakfast in the morning as well. We're going to dig in. See you soon. Well, that's it for this episode of Megatrip. I hope you've enjoyed joining us on the waterways of Kerala. As ever, if you've liked what you've seen, please do hit like. If you've got anything to say, if you think we should have done something different, if there's something that you saw that we missed, please do leave a comment. And of course, please do subscribe to make sure you don't miss any content such as me and Lindsay getting abused at a random Ayurvedic massage, or the amazing cruise on the waterways here in the beautiful Kerala. That's it. Keep travelling and join me next time here on Megatrip.